let's use this as a starting point, Piladi. Security that is escorting My City buses there, beefed up and armed.
We haven't actually been able to see any of those officers this morning, Dudu, so we're actually not unsure at this moment. We're standing at the bus terminus right at the Civic Centre, which is in at the heart of the city. So we haven't seen any of these buses being escorted. The city had, said that specific routes are being patrolled for that. So we'd imagine that where instances of those burnings or torchings rather happened, like Milnerton and Khayelitsha, that's where we would see those officers patrolling. But I think we should start right at the beginning, which is with the My City striking workers. Now, about 4 weeks ago, 400 to 500 My City workers went on strike, and I have with me one of them, Patrick Mavindisa. So Patrick, it's week 4 of the strike. Please just remind us what you guys were striking about initially, and bring us into the picture of where you guys are now in your 4th week.
First, we strike about the first thing. There were a lot of grievances we had against these labor brokers, unfair labor practices, safety on these buses, security, and you'll find that people was discriminated against mostly by these companies. You'll find, when I start with the cleaners, they work for one company, started at 1 year or same month of a year, but at the end of the month, when earnings is coming, they earn different rates. You'll find the one is earning 1,000 something, one is 2,000 something, and one is earning 3,000 something, which it's unacceptable. Same as with marshals, which are ambassadors. They're the same. You'll find that those who are on standby of them are earning more than those who are working, same as cashiers. And then when we go to bus drivers, we'll get these different bus companies within this My City, that one company's drivers is earning far more than the other companies. And then you'll find that within that particular company is giving that high earning, a well-established company who is involved there with the taxi owners, and then you'll find that they got a similar company which is also operating under this My City system, which is TPRT. They earning far less, and then they are the same with the other companies. So it was quite something which workers sit usually on meetings discussing this. We've challenged this from different avenues within company structures, but we couldn't go nowhere. Hence, workers come together and said, no, enough is enough. And then within the security itself, you'll find that some of the people who were injured on duty, you get people who died on duty, and companies never wanted to take responsibility for those people. Those who are injured, the medical aid is exhausted, and the company say, I can't do nothing anymore. And you got a woman who was hit by a stone in a bus going to work. And
Patrick, let me just cut you in there. We see that My City buses are operating. Are these colleagues of yours who have left the strike? Has the city had to hire new people? What's happening here?
First of all, it's not the city which is hiring. It's still these labor brokers. Some of them hired labor, what could I say? They hired short staff, which means people who could work for a short time. Some of them say are some of workers who went back on the stations, like some marshals and some of the cleaners, because they were intimidated by these companies, and they felt they are afraid, and they had to go back.
And Patrick, where are you on negotiations? It's been 4 weeks. Is anything about to happen? Are you about to reach an agreement?
On negotiations, we are I could say it's smooth. It's on standstill, because last week we had a meeting within the city with Gershwin, who is the head of TDA, and SIPO Africa, who is in charge of the VOCs. Political parties was there, the ANC was represented, the EFF, just as the DI. They were there. And when we put our grievances in front of them, they were quite shocked of the things they heard, which we brought forward, and they did not know about each and everything. If you could recall from the beginning, the only thing we wanted to, we never told ourselves that this strike will prolong so long. We told we wanted Brett Herod to come and hear us out. He never came. He was at the ICC and he promised to come. He never came. He promised the next day at 11 o'clock. It was on a Tuesday, the 16th. He never came either because he gave, actually just gave reasons, and he started to do the runaway thing, which is also done politically. He ran away. Yeah, that's the reason we're here now. But there are negotiations for today. Midweek Tuesday, we had a meeting with CCMA. We had another meeting at Garden Court Hotel, whereby it was arranged by the city with SAPEC to hold that meeting to bring us closer to something and to resolve some issues. But the arrogance shown by these labor brokers was I can't even name how. It was just shocking. They were very arrogant.
That is Patrick Mabindisa Dudu. He's a bus driver for my city, or used to be before this strike, saying that negotiations are sort of moot, he said, and they've talked to everyone at every level and nothing seems to be happening.
Thank you, Piladi Situsa.